In a land far away, there was a peaceful kingdom filled with happy inhabitants. But one day, something terrible happened. An army of invisible soldiers attacked. They were set to destroy everything, and no one was able to stop them. This all started because of a very mean wizard. He was mad at the king of the land because he didn't want to use his magic for conquering other kingdoms. So, the wizard decided to punish the king. He met some tough mercenaries and gave them a spell for invisibility. He asked them to destroy the kingdom. First, the mercenaries began to attack small villages, but soon they got braver. They entered big settlements and fought the king's army. Because they were invisible, everyone was scared. People ran away, leaving everything behind. And the mercenaries took everything.
Sorry to interrupt the story. Please subscribe to this channel, like and share. Let's grow this community. Thank you.
The king, once proud and noble, was now burdened by despair and helplessness. He was convinced that the kingdom would soon be destroyed. Each day he could not stop thinking that, I am powerless, all my people suffer, and I have no idea how to protect them. In the kingdom, there was a famous merchant known for his exceptional pepper. His name was actually Peter Pepper, and his product was so good that everyone loved its flavor. People said it was the best in the whole land. Just when the mercenaries' attacks got worse, Peter came to the capital city to sell his pepper. He thought the king would buy from him, like always. But no one wanted to buy pepper anymore. People were too scared of the invisible army, and their only thought was to run far away from those lands. One day, Peter Pepper was eating his lunch in his carriage. He felt that the food didn't taste right, so he used some pepper from his supply to season it. As he was grinding it, a sudden gust of wind swept through the city, carrying his prized pepper into his face. He started sneezing uncontrollably, unable to stop it. However, amidst his sneeze, inspiration struck. Peter Pepper went to the king's palace and told the guards that he had to meet the king. The king agreed, as he had known Peter for a long time. But as soon as the merchant stepped into the throne hall, the king said, I'm sorry, Peter, but as you probably know, the kingdom is in trouble. Unfortunately, this time I will not buy your pepper. However, Peter replied, Don't worry, I'm not here to sell anything. I just got an idea how to help you defeat the invisible army. The king got interested, as he was desperate to find any solution. So, Peter continued, If the news is right, the invisible army is heading for the prosperous Cornish Valley. If I'm not mistaken, it is renowned for its crops, but also for its strong winds. On each side of the valley, there are mountain ranges, and strong air currents will sweep the land every day. The enemy army is invisible, but if grinded pepper is carried over by the wind, their sneezes will be quite loud. I noticed this on my own. So, your army could take advantage and throw paint in the direction of the sneezes to make the enemy visible. The king loved the idea. He equipped his army with pepper and paint, and they hurried to get as soon as possible in the valley. There, they started talking to the inhabitants that were living, scared by the attacks. By talking with them, they were able to understand which places had been already attacked and to predict the next settlement that was about to be devastated. The soldiers filled up the streets of that town. However, some of them hid in some of the houses, carrying big barrels of grinded pepper. Also, the soldiers in the streets were carrying small bottles of paint. The attack happened after several days. The invisible mercenaries were used to attacking, and after several moments were used to seeing everybody getting scared and running away. However, things took an unexpected turn for them this time. After the first strikes, the king's soldiers, instead of running away, just took some big scarves and covered their faces. And suddenly, from many of the buildings of the town, a thick black dust started to be carried by the wind. The mercenaries were puzzled, but before they could figure it out, they started sneezing uncontrollably, and the king's soldiers started throwing paint in the direction of the sneezes. The mercenaries were quickly captured and imprisoned, and the king found out about the wizard and his spells. The threat needed to be eliminated, otherwise the wizard would have found a new way to attack the kingdom. From the mercenaries, the king found out that the wizard's lair was in a cave near one of the borders. The king needed to find a way to immobilize the wizard before casting new spells. So he thought of pepper once more. He took a handful of very brave soldiers and they went to the cave, being very careful not to be seen or heard. He discovered that the cave had several entrances, so they organized a plan. Some of the soldiers went through the main entrance, going in the direction of the wizard, but at the same time, others went with some barrels of pepper on top of the mountain, where the cave was located. Once atop the mountain, they began pouring grinded pepper into openings that connected to the cave, relying on the cave's natural air currents to disperse the potent spice. As pepper infiltrated the cave, the wizard was surrounded by a cloud of dust, just as he was meeting the other soldiers, led by the king. He attempted to cast a powerful spell, but his voice was blocked by the non-stop sneezes.
Achoo! 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 Achoo!
Struggling to articulate the spell, the wizard was immobilized and captured by the king's forces. He was bounded with ropes and his mouth covered to prevent him from casting any more spells. The kingdom was finally free from the menace of invisible soldiers. The clever merchant, celebrated for his inventive strategy, continued to enchant the kingdom with his special pepper. The land once again flourished, its people living in peace, forever grateful to the one who saved them from the brink of destruction.